Happy Sunday, our viewers, and welcome to Raila'S TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Azimio rally in Nairobi is still on. According to Raila Amolo Odinga, Azimio is not retreating. Wamesema kurudi nyuma hawarudi. Na if they are going to talk to William Samoei Ruto, it is after Monday. And when I look and when I listen to Raila Amolo Odinga and the Azimio team in general, one thing is very, very clear. That there are so many things that they are not exposing. There are so many things that they are not exposing to the public. And this one is giving the government a nightmare. Kwa mfano unapoangalia Raila Amolo Odinga mpaka sasa hajatoa ratiba ya siku hiyo. Chama cha Azimio, mlengo wa Azimio ukitaka, haujatoa lolote kuonyesha vile ambavyo maandamano yatakuwa. There is no itinerary. There is no program. As you know, the program is supposed to show that we shall start at this time, we shall do this at this time. That is what we mean from Tanzania. And again, talking about the time. When are people going to meet? When are the leaders going to address the people? When is Raila Amolo Odinga going to address the people? He's not even talking about the venue. Watu watakutana wapi? Yeah, watu watakutana wapi? Is it Uhuru Park? Is it Kasarani? Is it Nyayo Stadium? Ni wapi? Is it the CBD? Is it at State House? Ni barabarani? Ni kando ya barabara? Ni kando ya mto Nairobi? Although, of course, they cannot meet on the beds of River Nairobi, which is completely polluted. So, this one is very, very interesting. And even when you watched him at Citizen TV yesterday, you realize that most of the things he was talking about were vague. They were not clear. And this is very much deliberate, if you ask me. This is that has been planned and is being executed. One thing that is very clear is that although people are being invited to Nairobi from various places, hawajabua ile siku ambayo watakuja. Na hawajabua ile siku watakuja. But do you think that if people are going to come from Mombasa, are going to come from Bungoma, are going to come from Kisumu, are going to come from Kiambu, do you think these people are going to travel on Monday? Do you think if something like that is going to happen, unafikiri watasafiri hiyo siku? Waswahili wanasema safari ya kesho huanza leo. Hivyo ndivyo tunavyojua. So if I don't want to expose Azimio in any way here, but I know one thing. If other people from other countries are going to participate in the mass action in Nairobi tomorrow, most likely kile ambacho kitafanyika ni kwamba watasafiri leo ama lisafiri jana, just to avoid the trap of being blocked by the security agencies. Kwa sababu kile ambacho tunajua ni kwamba huenda barabara fulani zikafungwa, huenda barabara kwa mfano Thika Super Highway ikafungwa, huenda barabara Mombasa Road ikafungwa, huenda barabara ya Nairobi Nakuru ikafungwa, especially tomorrow. And I believe ukiangalia utaona kwamba kwa sababu baba ukimtazama sana utaona ni mtu ambaye he's in for a big haul. Sio kitu ambacho inaonekana kama kitu ambacho kitaisha siku ya Jumatatu. And the question that I'm asking myself, and I have nobody to answer this question. Je, huenda ikawa baba ana mipango, Azimio wana mipango ya kwamba watu wabaki Nairobi, watu wakae Nairobi, maandamano yaendelee? Because even when he was asked by the journalist yesterday in Citizen, alisema ni watu wachache tu ambao wataenda Ikulu kumpelekea malalamishi William Samoei Ruto. This is a decoy, if you ask me. This is a decoy. And Raila Amolo Odinga doesn't want to expose himself. He doesn't want to he doesn't want the government to realize what he's after. But if you ask me, I believe Raila Amolo Odinga is in for a big thing. And I strongly believe kwamba hayo maandamano huenda yakachukua zaidi ya siku moja. Huenda wale watu ambao watakuwa wametoka nje ya jiji la Nairobi, maybe most likely they are going to remain in Nairobi for some time. That is my thinking. Again, another reason why I believe Raila has remained vague is because of his experience in government. Remember, he's very experienced in statecraft. Remember, he was in government since he was a young boy, because his father, we know the father was the vice president of the Republic of Kenya, and father like son, kwamba wakati alikuwa vice president, though Raila was young, lazima alikuwa anaona mikakati ambayo ilikuwa inaendelea pale. Again, remember he was also the Secretary General of KANU. Remember during Moi's time when LDP was swallowed by, no, what's it, LDP or NDP, something like that, was swallowed by KANU. Na he was there. He could see what Moi was doing. He could see what Moi was saying. In fact, he was in the heart of KANU's government, and lazima alikuwa anajua ile mikakati ambayo ilikuwa inaendelea pale. Again, he was also in Mwai Kibaki's government. He was in the heart of the government, but the fact that he was the prime minister. Again, they were with Uhuru as friends. No, hata Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta alikuwa anasema kwamba he normally consult Raila Amolo Odinga on many issues, and he would get advice from Raila Amolo Odinga. Ni maneno ya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. What we are saying here is that he knows how the government runs. Anajua vile ambavyo serikali inaendeshwa, and he knows how even the security works, and he knows what is likely to happen to the supporters and how the government is likely to act. Again, the fact that they have worked with William Samoei Ruto, anamuelewa vizuri sana William Samoei Ruto. Remember, they were together in ODM. In fact, William Samoei Ruto is a founder member of the Orange Democratic Movement, which was formed after rejecting the Wako draft, Wako constitution, wakati ambapo Mwai Kibaki alivuja baraza la mawaziri akafuta kazi wote. That is when they started working together. Kwa hivyo ni kumaanisha kwamba anamuelewa sana. Hakuna mtu ambaye anamuelewa Ruto kama Raila Amolo Odinga. These guys have been there. These guys have worked together and they know each other very well. And when you look at these two guys, one thing that is very clear is that nobody is budging. Nobody is ready to give way. And ukiangalia utaona kwamba somehow you can see a failure in leadership. You know, as a leader, one is supposed to lead the people. One is supposed to lead the people to come up with the solution. Show them the way. That is the meaning of kiongozi, kuongoza, leader, lead. So what we can say here is that, William Samoei Ruto has a way or that he can end all this and maybe come out stronger. But one thing about William Samoei Ruto is a hardliner. Ukimwangalia vizuri sana utaona he's a hardliner. And it is not easy. And I don't think he's going to budge. I don't think he's going to open the servers. I don't think he's going to do anything about IBC. He's going to move ahead. This is William Samoei Ruto for you. Ukweli usemwe, because it is also important to know the kind of person you are dealing with. Again, Raila Amolo Odinga, ukimtazama vizuri sana, kuna watu ambao wanafikiria kwamba he's likely to give in. But I doubt this time around. I doubt. Na ukiangalia the kind of being played here is very different from any other game that Raila has played. It is not the kind of game that he was playing with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. It is not the kind of game that he was playing with Kibaki. Utaona kwamba huu ni mchezo tofauti kabisa. It's a high octane game, is well planned and is being executed with military precision. Ukiangalia utaona kwamba and there is a lot of secrecy in this. And the reason why he's vague, the reason why there's a lot of secrecy is to confuse the opponent. You want to confuse the opponent. Remember, I've said that William Samuel Ruto understood Raila Amolo Odinga very well. And Raila Amolo Odinga also understood William Samuel Ruto very well. By the fact that they have been friends, they have been comrades, they've been fighting together. Kwa hivyo wanaelewana vizuri sana na kila mmoja anamfahamu vizuri mwenzake. So that's why he's trying to confuse the government, because he knows what William Samoei Ruto is capable of doing. Kwa hivyo, by the fact that he is not exposing what he wants to do, he is not exposing what he intends to do, somehow he's going to achieve his objectives. He's going to achieve his goals. Because you see, when you don't know what your enemy is or what your opponent is up to, most likely you're likely to fall on his trap. Hivyo ndivyo ambavyo tunaona, kwa sababu unajua kama angetoa kwa mfano atoe ratiba and say that at this time you'll be here, we shall be addressing the people at the Jivanji Garden, and then move to what. I believe the government is going to move in and bring a lot of confusion and forestall everything. That's why he doesn't have to expose everything. Again, he also want to protect the key players, especially the young leaders. And because what we know is that one of the things that is hurting Azimio is that, William Samoei Ruto is not ready to negotiate. He's not ready in any way to negotiate. And again, even when the church tried to intervene, William Samoei Ruto is not ready to negotiate. In fact, hapa hata hakuna haja ya watu waseme ya kwamba they are going to intervene, because what I believe is that William Samoei Ruto need just a phone call. A phone call that would forestall everything. A phone call that would call Raila for a meeting. Although Raila is saying that he's not ready to negotiate. Kwa kile ambacho tunajua ni kwamba Raila anajaribu kuwaficha na kuwakiga viongozi, hususan viongozi vijana ambao wako katika mlego wa mbele katika Azimio, because they can easily be arrested on the material day. It is very easy for the government to arrest these people. And kwa sababu ukiangalia utaona jambo moja ambalo linajitokeza katika this political machination, this game, is that ukiangalia upande wa Azimio utaona kwamba kuna vijana wengi ambao wamejitokeza katika kupigania haki na demokrasia na ukweli na haki za kikatiba na mambo kama haya. Tofauti kabisa na wakati mwingine ambapo hatuko tunaona vijana wengi wakijitokeza. Hapa tunaona vijana wakiwa katika mstari wa mbele. And by the way, it is important that Raila Amolo Odinga aendelee na mkakati yake, kwa sababu it is not also good to expose these young people, because some of them are very inexperienced. And again, jambo lingine ambalo tunaona ambalo halikuwa likionekana hapo beleni ni kwamba this one, when you look at it, it look like Raila want the people to decide what they want to do on that day. It is very clear that Raila cannot be able to control the crowd. Although I've said that a leader should provide direction, a leader should tell people what to do and show them the way. Here, I don't believe that Raila can be able to manage the crowd. The way the people have been determined to go to State House, I believe Raila Amolo Odinga ni jambo ambalo litamtatiza, na labda anataka wafanye vile ambavyo wanataka, because if he tells them not to go, what do you think will happen? Because I saw somewhere that people were arguing, wengine wakisema kwamba maybe Raila has retreated, maybe Raila is not even to go to that meeting, maybe Raila hataenda pale, hatahudhuria. But I believe that is not the case. Raila is very much aware that if he tries to retreat, as I said in one of my videos, and this is something that can actually destroy his career. This is something that will make him irrelevant. And this will see William Samoei Ruto coming out as the winner, and nobody will want to listen to Raila Amolo Odinga in the future in case he retreats. So he very much alive to this, na anajua vizuri sana kwamba akijaribu kufanya hivi aonekane kana kwamba ni wakati anaweza kurudi nyuma hata hatua moja. Anajua vizuri sana ni jambo ambalo linaweza kuwa na very bad consequences on his side. Kwa ni jambo ambalo anaelewa vizuri sana, na ndio sababu he wants the people to decide. And I know what the people are going to decide, but when I look at the mood, the momentum that has been built by Raila Amolo Odinga, Martha Karua, Sylvia Kalonzo Musyoka, Wamalwa, and others, it is something that is leading somewhere. It is something that needs to be handled with a lot of care, even by the government, because I believe the turnout will be huge. I believe the turnout will be huge. And I think it's the first time that you are seeing people coming from other countries to converge in Nairobi. And this is something that should not be taken lightly. And the government has a duty in all this to ensure that peace prevail. Because all said and done, we have a very beautiful country. All said and done, nobody wants bloodshed. All said and done, we have a constitution to follow. We have a constitution to follow to the letter, including that preamble that said that all powers belong to the people. We have a country and we need to protect our country, because if it fails, everybody is going to be affected. If it fails, I believe kila mmoja atakuwa na yale ambayo yanaweza kutokea kama madhara, na sometimes it may become very, very difficult to go where we are. And no, it's also important to realize that to look like Africa is reawakening, because when you look at Tunisia is in North Africa, and they are also demonstrating on the same day, Monday, and then that is North Africa. Go to West Africa, you find Nigeria. Nigeria is on fire. Tomorrow they will be on the street to remove the president from power. Again, go to South Africa. South Africa, you find it's in South Africa, and you see Julius Malema, the eloquent and charismatic leader in South Africa, is trying to remove Ramaphosa from the office, and because of the high cost of living there. What they are experiencing is what we are experiencing here in Kenya. Again, you come to East Africa, you find Kenya, and Kenya is also agitating for reforms. Kenya is saying that the elections were not fair. They're saying that servers should be opened. And one thing I like about Raila Amolo Odinga, anasema jambo moja, if it is found, if the servers are opened, and it is found that Raila Amolo Odinga did not win the elections, and William Samoei Ruto is the one who won the elections, he has no problem with this. And I believe William Samoei Ruto will gain total legitimacy if he's found to have won the election. So in a nutshell, when you look at Africa, from all directions, from the north to the south, to the east, to the west, there is an uprising that seems to bring people's voices to be heard. It's like there's a wind that is blowing in Africa. I also understand even in Europe, something like this has started happening, and you saw it happening. Is it France or it? Yeah, something like that. Something happened in Italy. I don't follow exactly what happened, but I know something happened. I don't know what you think, but if you ask me, Raila Amolo Odinga is giving the government a nightmare. Raila Amolo Odinga is not being open, is not exposing his plans, is not being open, and he's vague in whatever he's doing, and this is very much deliberate, and he's intending to achieve certain objectives. This is Raila'S TV, the Talisman Black Africa. Kindly remember to like this video, and if you have not subscribed, just take that 1 second, hit the red button. And for those of you who say that they don't get notification when we upload the video, kindly hit the notification bell, such that anytime you upload a video, YouTube will always notify you, and you have a fun day. Bye bye.